Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and whatever time you're listening to this podcast. Welcome to weekly Gunpowder Banter podcast. I'm your host, and joining me tonight are other three friends, four Arsenal friends, four Arsenal fans. Who have turned our group chat into a weekly therapy session where we get to share with you every week. And we're happy to join you again tonight to talk about Aston Villa. Well, really, we'll talk about the last three games and the pattern that seems to be evolving.
You want to just gaslight our viewers and tell them it's weekly when we've
Every
missed a couple of
every
weeks.
week.
You guys are supposed to play along, so anything like
Nah,
they have
nah,
missed
nah,
out
nah,
in the
nah.
last couple of weeks. Look at you selling me out. Can you imagine?
Nah.
And I thought our among friends here. Jeez.
That's what happens when you have people over 40 making a podcast. Life happens.
The inconsistencies. For sure. But regardless, we're glad that you guys can join us. It's not easy, as you guys know, but we try to bring the word out here, bring our banter, because the banter goes on. Trust me, whether you listen to us on a weekly basis or not, it still goes on. So let's jump right in and talk about the positive, the negatives, the concerns, the future, the past, Liverpool, Man City. Let's talk about all of them. So let's jump right in. So, what is the stats? It's one win in the last four EPL games. That's what it is.
Well,
Because we
two and five.
It's 2 and
2 and
5.
5, 2 and
Yeah.
5. So we beat Tottenham, and then we've drawn to Sunderland, drawn to Chelsea. Now we've lost to Aston Villa.
And
Femi-
then there was the Brentford win in between.
That's right.
Yeah.
There was a Brentford win. That's right. So Femi, please enlighten us with your theory about this.
I mean, there's no theory. We lost. I mean, the base of weeks ago, I said on this podcast, I said I'm starting to believe. And why am I starting to believe? Because this is the formula. The formula is you stay in the game for long enough, the other team doesn't score, and you find a breakthrough eventually, but that is wholly predicated on you on the opponent not scoring. That hasn't been the case, and the reason why that hasn't been the case is because we've lost our two central defenders over these last few games. I mean, it started with the Sunderland game. That's when we lost. Gabriel, and then we lost Saliba shortly after as well. And now we're where we are, and it is what it is. It's not all bad news, though, to be honest, because I think it's just a question of gelling more than anything for Hincapie. Now, even you can't even say Hincapie and Mosquera because we've lost even Mosquera now, and so now it's Hincapie and Timber, and so it's a question of getting them to gel, right? It'll take a bit of time, but I think we can get everything back on track. So it's not really a theory as much as it's what's happening, right? It's just fact, and we lost the base of our, because not only is the whole team built and structured in that way such that they can't score on us, but in addition, it's the base of our attack, right? That's how we push forward too. The passing starts from that center back pairing,
Yeah.
and when there is no solidity in there or whatever, the rest of the team feels it, and you can kind of see people panicking as a result of that. It's just what it is. It's injuries. We thought we were past that, and we thought maybe, I think when we lost Saliba and then it was Mosquera and Hincapie that needed to start, I think what I said in the group chat was we'll see. We'll this is where we're going to see how much depth we really have, because we always said we had that depth, because you could replace one of Saliba or Big Gabby every once in a while, but when both of them are out and you have to bring two new guys in, and then those guys have to kind of build an understanding between them, and that has to be serve as the base of our attack. That's where the depth really counts. And then we've kind of seen that there's obviously a drop there, but I think we can pick it back up.
For sure. Showcase.
My question is, does that tie directly into Arteta's inability to rotate the squad?
I mean, you can't rotate people when they're injured now, right?
No, I mean,
No, but
that's why there's no
Oshoke's
chemistry.
point is
Why there's no chemistry? So you're saying that he should have rotated more so that he would build chemistry within?
No,
Nah,
yeah, I don't agree with
I
that.
disagree with that.
We were never going to start Mosquera and Hincapié together when all four were fit.
Not
We could
not
pull
together.
what
Not together. But if you make four of them interchangeable, where even in cup games, tell me why he still plays Saliba and Gabriel in cup games.
He always has to have a senior. He always has to have a senior defender in there. He does that all the time.
I get it.
It's not.
I get it.
Yeah.
But if you rotate one or the other, it creates more chemistry for when things like this happen.
It doesn't work that way. I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, and think about it also. The injuries, Gabriel's injury, the whole thing started. It started on the field. But remember, it actually started. Was it the Brazil game?
No,
on international duty?
So I think you're actually wrong because he was already injured. So he played that. He played that. What you call it?
He played that. Was it the No, it wasn't Tottenham.
It wasn't Tottenham. The match we drew 2-2. He played
Sunderland.
that match.
It was
He played the
Sunderland.
Sunderland game. It was after the Sunderland game. That's when he injured on national duty.
On international duty.
With, Brazil.
Yeah, with Brazil.
Yeah.
That's when he actually got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think he got. Well, who knows? Nobody has nobody knows exactly how people get injured. But one thing, if you think about Liverpool last year, for example, that team played every single game, right? The core of the team, whether it's the defense with Van Dijk and Salah, and the key guys played all season. I don't think
they have no injury issues though.
Yeah, that's the point, right? So injuries are something that you cannot predict, but you can insulate yourself, or you can try to factor them in. And I don't think that Arteta did a bad job of rotating. Like the cup games, Mosquera and Hincapié have started once before. They started in the cup game. And whenever he brings somebody in, he tries to keep the chemistry in the team by keeping one of the senior two in there. He rotates them. They haven't played, the pair haven't played every single game unless it's EPL. Even the game we played, was it the Champions League game? Who we played before Bayern? I don't think both of them played that game because Skelly played left back, and I think Hincapié played that game too.
Right.
Yeah, Hincapié played that game. Yeah. So wherever Arteta has been able to, he has rotated. However, it's Arsenal. We get the most freakish injuries, that we can ever imagine. Odegaard, who falls on his shoulder twice, gets injured. Gyökeres got injured in training. Saliba got injured in training. What's his name? The right winger, Noni, got. So a lot of the injuries that we're having, it's not like these guys are getting kicked out of the park and getting injured. It's just things are happening that are out of control.
No, but there's some of them. I feel like we definitely need to do some kind of research, like in our training, because it's weird that a lot of these things are happening. I mean, some of them obviously like freakish injuries, but some of them are like muscular injuries. So it's clearly something that is happening in training. Are they being overplayed? Are we overtraining? Is that something we're doing? Because it's every year we have this situation arise. We thought
somebody used to call the village.
Exactly. Maybe pay a native doctor or something, but something has to be done. But also, I would say this though. I mean, aside from injuries, which need to be studied, you can also talk about how our fixture list kind of like it didn't give us, let's say, it didn't give us any chance to kind of like to play around with our formations and all that. Just like the people we played at certain times were always either on form or one of the top 4 teams. So it's like we could play, if we played like maybe Wolves with this center back pairing, I guarantee you win the game. But you can't.
We'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week. But
we'll find out.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the level of opposition doesn't let us rest. Like we cannot rest our main players for this kind of opposition. If we have a makeshift back four, we can beat most teams in the lower rungs of the table.
Do you remember? When Man City went like 2-3 years straight winning the PL? There's something that happened in those years. for people like me who play fantasy Premier League, we couldn't have a Man City defender. We couldn't have one. And the reason why, you don't know who Pep is going to play.
The league
You
is
have
very
no
different
idea.
now. There are more physical players now. I believe that the league is it's different now than it was when
He
Man
hasn't, he
City won
hasn't,
2-3 in a row.
he hasn't changed that much in 2-3 years.
Yeah, I think Oshoka is onto something, right? I don't necessarily agree with you that just keep switching
I might not
everybody
be
out
100% right, but
randomly or willy
it's,
nilly.
yeah.
But you are right in a certain. You're right to a certain degree, in the sense that when you think about it, right? We're talking about like we want to have this interchangeability, right? You want to have depth in the squad, which means kind of a next man up mentality. But if you always have to have one of those senior guys in there, right? Then that means there's no real trust in the other guys, right? They're not up to par, real world class, whatever the case may be, right? And that's a concern.
But won't you say that is new too? Because it takes time to build those. You have to allow time.
And that is where I disagree. Which is
Yes.
why when we started here, I said I think we can get everything back on track because it's just a question of these guys building that chemistry. I don't think there has been enough time for these guys to build that chemistry such that it becomes that real interchangeable thing that we can switch in and switch out as needed or to rotate the squad as necessary. I think the additions to the squad was towards that goal, and it's a process, and we kind of have to let it play out. Unfortunately, injuries are kind of forcing everyone's hand, and things have to happen earlier than we needed them to.
We don't have time. We
Right,
don't
and
have
we don't
time.
have time. We're playing every 3 or 4 days. I don't remember who I was talking to. We have 8 games in December, and we have 7 games in January. There's going to be an FA once the FA Cup draw. I think they're going to do that either today or tomorrow, right? And then an FA Cup game is going to get added in January. So that's 16 games in 2
months. Yeah.
Look at the bright side. We don't have anybody going for
they're coming.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
Ateta found the perfect workaround to having African players in your squad.
Don't get them.
Make sure they are all playing for England and France. Exactly.
There's a question on the resume. Let's check that box. Yeah, but so we've talked about injuries. Namdi, do you have any other theories as to what could be causing this, and are you concerned?
Sure. I mean, we've already talked about that. The injuries, nobody really knows what's causing it. I mean, other than some level of freak injuries and then freak accidents or training issues, and then maybe people being overplayed. Because there are certain matches where I felt like, I mean, that we have players that are not even being put into the squad when I feel like they could have been rested. There's certain games where I felt like, okay, Declan Rice looks like he's on his last legs. Why don't you put Norgard in there?
I haven't seen that once this season. I'm sorry.
No,
that
guy, it happened.
I think this last game too.
Rice looked like he was injured in the previous game.
You remember the one where he ran and he put his hand on his knees and
when they
trying to call it foul.
Exactly, and then when he subbed last game, like before this,
he was.
Yeah, he was
subbed. Injury. It was injury.
That was injury.
Injury precaution.
That's what I'm saying.
From, he was
he's always running. He's always running.
But what I'm saying is, before he got to that stage where it looked like he picked up an injury. He looked like he was done. And I'm saying, like, if not, what is his aversion to playing Norgard? Is it that he does not trust? If you didn't trust the guy, why the hell did you buy him in the first place? He should be able to come.
It goes back to the general points. He's still trying to build his chemistry.
No, but I'm saying, like, not a right replacement, though.
No, but he can't. I get what you're saying, but he's a midfielder. In situations where we are trying to hold on to a lead or whatever, you throw in somebody like that guy in there to help you in the midfield, or even throw him in the set and let him play central defense. You need people, so you are throwing bodies to help defend. It doesn't matter at that point. It doesn't matter where he's going to be on. He's going to be either defensive midfield or in defense when we are under pressure. I expected Noga to actually play in the Brentford game, just because of familiarity, and as well as being able to relieve some of the people who in the midfield.
But that Brentford game, we didn't get that second goal to pretty late. We're pretty much we're still chasing the game.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they were putting pressure on us too. He could have played there
So
too.
but he didn't want to. He wanted to go for the game. I don't think he was comfortable with the 1-0.
Dude,
right?
You're gonna have to trust these guys at some point. Noga right now, Noga is gonna play just because we are depleted at this point.
The Wolves game, but I also think that Arteta was forecasting.
He's gonna play the Champions League game, and he's gonna play. He may or may not play the Wolves game. I doubt he'll play Wolves because we have to beat Wolves comfortably. And if you don't trust him in regular, he's not gonna play that Wolves game.
So it comes back to the point you mentioned earlier, where the games that we've played this season have been tough games, and maybe the opposition not necessarily, but like I was saying earlier before we started, is we've played the team. Well, each team that we've played in form.
Yep.
Sunderland, Chelsea, because you look at what has happened after that. Who would have known Man City would have brushed Sunderland that much, right? The whole Chelsea, they were when we played them, they're title contenders. All of a sudden now, their last results haven't lent to itself. And even Liverpool, when we started the season, we lost that game to Liverpool. Liverpool was not. We gave them too much respect. So the point being that I want to think that Arteta is a smart guy, and I want to think that he didn't, number one, expect all these injuries to happen. He didn't expect to play Rice and them as much as he has. I also think he expected that some of these games, if we had killed them early, maybe you would have given the chance to other players to rest, and injuries as well. Maybe this spell that is coming up with less opposition, because we've played a lot of tough teams. We played Man City, Liverpool, Sunderland, Chelsea, Tottenham. Sorry, let me take them out of that list.
Sunderland.
Sunderland. Yeah.
I think so has every other team. They play
exactly.
We play same thing.
We're at the halfway.
No,
we're
not the number of teams. The caliber of the teams.
The only argument
when we met the form that
the only
were
argument you can make for that is that at the time we played those teams, they were doing better.
Yeah.
But if you're saying based on
that's BS, guys. That's just it's plain BS. At the end of the day, we've played every single team in the league that we're supposed to play. It's 15 games in. It's going to be we're going to be at the halfway points.
We're
going to be at the halfway points. We'd have played everybody once.
At the end of the league, at the end of this month.
So what are we talking about? We're supposed to play. We're playing everybody who we're supposed to play. That's just what it is. And then this whole thing about they were in form or they're not in form. Why are you looking at us with a different eye than you're looking at all of their teams? Why do you think Chelsea's a title contender and 2 weeks later they're losing? The league is tough for everybody. It's not just for us. They're playing. Everyone is playing everybody tough. Villa was terrible form at the beginning of the season. Now they're in form. Everybody goes in and out based on their position because the league is tough. Plain and simple.
Look, we're fans looking for answers.
We're Arsenal fans. At the end of the day, we are worried about us.
Villa has had our number for a couple of seasons now. Since Emery took over, they've had our number.
I think it's been 50-50.
Unai
v. No, in terms not wins and losses. I'm talking about even including draws.
The stat was what? No,
they've
had our number, especially especially at their home. They've had our number, and if you now go back to just head to head, Unai's teams versus Arteta is even worse.
Mm-hmm. So now,
because if you add Villarreal to it,
you were talking about trends, Casey.
Yeah.
Here is the trend. Sunderland. What was the other game? Chelsea and this game, I'm not even going to count Man U and Liverpool because that was super early in the season. We didn't have an identity then.
Yeah.
Players were still coming in. Over the last the ones we dropped points over the last that 2 and 5 we dropped in Sunderland,
Chelsea,
and
Aston Villa.
What was, aside from the injuries, right? Let's table the injuries for right now. What was the other thing that was common in all of those games?
The center back pairing was not the same.
Center back.
It's not. That's why I said let's remove injuries, right? The truth of the matter is there was a formula.
We didn't play well.
There was. I don't agree.
Depends on the game.
They played us a certain way. All three of those teams decided they were going to play us a certain way. They're not going to let us have time on the ball. They're going to pressure us.
Dude, that midfield.
They're going to come out aggressively. Man. They're going to come out aggressively, and they're going to be very physical with us, and they're going to push it. And then they were all away games too. I'm talking about those 3 games were all games.
Yep.
They were all in their stadiums, so the crowd got into it, especially at Sunderland, especially at Villa, especially at Stamford Bridge. They did that, so it was basically like those were mentality games. They were like, you have to basically Maresca, Emery, and Labrise. That's his name, right? The Sunderland coach. They essentially told their guys, go out there and make those guys uncomfortable. They don't have the heart. They don't have the mind. If you go out there and make them uncomfortable, we can do something with it. And they got results based on that. That was what was coming about all of those 3 games, from my perspective. And that's a problem, right? Because why do they want it more than we do? And why do we cower so much when this, like, if it's
I would not say we cowered. I mean, getting the point.
It's not cowering. It's not cowering. So you're right. Fine. Bad choice of words. It's not cowering. What is the word I'm looking for? We didn't rise to the occasion.
We folded.
Can I say that?
Yeah, that's.
Yes. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those guys decided they were going to come at us. They were going to use their crowd. They were going to use intensity. They were going to use physicality. They were going to use aggressiveness against us. And we did not rise to the occasion in order to do that differently. The Sunderland game, I think we were okay, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I still maintain that was a good draw. Even now, with the benefit of hindsight, that we can say
the Chelsea one is actually the one that pissed me off because
the Chelsea one was
the Chelsea one.
Yeah,
the Chelsea one. Yeah, I agree.
Against them, you should actually make your numerical advantage count.
But what does that tell you? That they went 10 men down and their chief aggressor was the one who went out, but they still came back in the second half in that game, and they still said, America still said, I'm not scared of these guys. We're not changing anything. We're still going to do exactly the same thing, and we couldn't do anything about it. Those guys are seeing something. They've seen something, and they're trying to take advantage of that thing that they're seeing. And for me, that's the worrying pattern more than anything.
But Femi, I definitely get what you're saying, and that is true. But you know that the fact that we are on top of the league, every team looks at us as we have to try and beat this team. These are the leaders. Yeah. So every game is almost like, we have a target on about. Every game is a cup final for every team in this league. So
they're not all playing us the same way.
They don't have the personnel for some of these tactics. So I don't expect every team to do that. But if you have the physical players, then you're definitely going to lean into that. I expect most teams like them, Brentford tried the same thing too.
Yeah, Brentford tried the same thing, right? But you're right. They didn't have the quality.
That was the difference.
No, you're right. It was just the difference was they didn't have the quality to make it count for themselves. Yeah. But Chelsea did. Villa definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's honestly, I wouldn't even say Sunderland had the quality, but Sunderland was the most intense of all of those 3. I think.
Yes.
Sunderland was the one that they decided they were going to play with the most intensity of those 3 teams, of those 3 different games.
And those kind of games, like any small drop in your intensity, you'll be overpowered.
Right.
Because the way they scored that first against Rice,
that's why
I was not expecting them to bully Rice like that.
That last minute goal against Villa was orchestrated. They planned that shit because it was kind of like, everyone, it was like 30 seconds before that was like everyone is settling for a draw. And then I think Emery said something to them, and it's kind of like, we have 30 seconds left or 1 minute left in this game, and just go push it or whatever. Hinkapie loses that ball or whatever, instead of him to clear it. And then all of a sudden, they take that throw in and they're like, we're going to just cause all kinds of chaos
in the box, yeah.
And it worked for them, right?
Yeah.
So that was clearly orchestrated. The entire Villa team did not all decide in that moment, because if you look 2 minutes before that, everybody was kind of like taking their time or whatever and relaxing. But all of a sudden, they all started pushing, and everybody was in the box and causing all kinds of chaos. And then that's where the equalizer came from. So the point I'm trying to make is there's something there, and we need to be able to do something about that.
So do you think when the defenders come back, we will regain that composure? Because it sounded like that's what
it will cause teams to desist from trying to play that physical. Yes, let them think twice about that particular strategy. That's what those guys will get us, because those two guys can play physical with whomever wants to play physical with them.
And it's mostly just
there's a point. I agree with you, Femi. I agree with you. There's a point to that, because if you just think about Hinkapie and Mosquera are not bad defenders, but I think when you watch them play, you realize how blessed we had to have Gabriel and Saliba.
They will start for most. They will start for most teams, though.
100%, 100%, for sure.
I was just about to say, I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, but Hinkapie gives me a little bit of nervousness. Not that he's not a bad defender. He plays well, but there's a certain level. He's aggressive. He's aggressive enough, but there's just a certain little bit of dominance that he lacks compared to Gabriel or compared to Saliba. Same thing with Mosquera. When they get the ball, right, you're like, okay, cool. But when Saliba gets the ball, you're like, no wahala. Everything is cool. But when they get the ball, you're like, yeah, I know they'll get up, but there's a little bit of you that's like, and I say to say that even this ball, even with Timber playing, that ball that Timber headed and he goes out, he barely gets a glance in. He barely touches the ball, right? If you have somebody that's taller, he heads that ball out, right? Same thing with Hinkapie. If Hinkapie doesn't miscue that ball, right? If he clears the ball, people who have been in this position for a while, Gabriel, right? He has this aggression, this commanding presence, whatever it is. He clears that ball. Maybe we don't have that ball. It's all what ifs at this point. But there are certain things that you can, if you just substitute the players in there, you would think that they would, based on their physical attributes, you would expect a different result. Not that these players are bad. So to your point, there's a level of aggression that teams bring, and our primary defenders can counter that, because Timber is also a great defender. He plays at the wing, right? He doesn't have to deal with that area threat as much as the central guys have to do. And you put him in there. He's also, I also feel like he's one of those players that needs a rest, right? Even though you're not doing a lot of running when you're playing in the central defense, but he's one of the people that can do the rest. So there's an aggression that we can counter if we have the right players. And then at that point, we have most of our attackers back. We can build up on it. I mean, Gyökeres didn't do much when he came in, but I still think there's hope for him. Odegaard is back in form.
We need to talk about that guy.
I know. We'll talk about him next. Yeah. So that's my point. We can counter the aggression, and I hope that we can. So the next question for everyone is, Femi, where do we go from here? What's next?
Honestly,
all things considered.
Yeah.
Injuries, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, just getting past this festive season games, right? The holiday season games, and still kind of holding on to the lead however we possibly can. That's it more than anything else. We know players are coming back, but the people that we actually need, are those guys actually coming back? I don't know. That's number one. And then so for me, it's just, let's get past this tough period, right? We have the right players in attack, right? We have options off the bench. I think that's the one part that I can see we still have an embarrassment of things, right? Make the right choices. This is Arteta. I'm talking to Arteta right now. Just make the right choices in terms of starting the right players. I don't think, for example, starting what's his face?
Rice.
Martinelli yesterday was
Oh.
the right choice. Trossard is in
No,
form.
Eze
I mean,
started, didn't he?
Eze started.
Sorry, I'm
Eze
sorry,
started.
Eze.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eze.
That
I
was
didn't
weird,
think
that's
starting Eze. Yeah, I don't think starting Eze was the right choice. I don't even. I think it's clear. I think it's
I think
clear to
if you
everyone now
start
that
Eze, you should have played him in centrally.
yeah, centrally, that's putting him on that left does him no good. Especially when we have a player in form who plays well on that side. I know Eze is in form as well or
Trossard.
whatever, but in the
Which
center
is-
versus on the left, right?
Which is one of the
He
things
offers.
that I say about Teta. He wanted
Is
to
what?
play Odegaard by any means necessary, but he didn't also want to drop Eze. So he decided put Eze on the left.
Shoehorn both of them.
Yeah.
But they both bring different things to the team, though.
But even on this podcast, we've talked many times about this before, and we've said how we want both those guys in the starting lineup, and he's trying to do that to get them
To his
in there.
credit, he's doing that.
To his credit, he's doing that, right? So I wouldn't blame him for that. And to his credit as well, he realized it wasn't working, and he made the change at halftime yesterday, right? So I don't know that it was a bad thing necessarily. It was something worth trying. He saw it; it didn't work. He put Trossard in, and that got us back in the game. There's also this thing that we do, right? We score first, or they score first, and then we equalize, and then we like settle down, like we kind of got this, which is a good thing. It's kind of like confidence or whatever. Like, okay, we can always get back into the game, or we can always go for the winner. But we need more intensity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teams are saying we're not as intense enough, and they want to basically overpower us with intensity. We need to be fighting back with that intensity as well.
Yeah, that
We're not
game
even as
was
intense
too,
as we
but
used to
that
be.
game was, that game was too open.
Right.
It was too
The midfield.
open. They kept on playing it they played it to the flanks a lot. Split between the fullback and the defender. They kept on playing that pass, and it was working. Right. Because they knew that these defenders, they don't know each other. I mean, there's lack of chemistry. That was one problem too. And if you notice, the two new central defenders that we have, Mosquera and Nkapie, they're not that good. Well, they're not as good progressing the ball from defense, like how Saliba
for
carries
sure.
ball.
For sure.
So that's an issue with our build-up play. It affects us badly. And and that's why you notice that Rice and Zubi were always dropping in between to split
to
the
go
defender,
get the ball.
to go get the ball. And when you have Rice dropping that deep, you lose a lot in the eights. Like you lose that whole ball carrying ability, because by the time he gets there, he's already gassed. So it was affecting our attacks.
Right. The one last thing that I'm going to say, and then I guess everyone else can chime in terms of where we go next, is Saka needs. So before before the Villa game, right? Brentford, and then before Brentford, we played Chelsea. He's been pressing too hard, right? And he's not making the right choices as a result of that. He was better yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, right? And both times when he did the right thing, he was offside once. Eze would have scored on that one. Yeah. The second one was one that would give us our actual goal, right? Just make the right play. That's all. Like he has the ability. He can beat anyone. You put anyone on him, he can beat those guys, and he can make the right play, and it'll come to you. Like trying to like force shots and be like, I need to be the one to score when I'm going to carry this man back.
It almost
he's
feels
a
like
good player, but he's a good player, but he doesn't have it in him to carry a whole team on his back. That's just fact, right?
Yeah.
He will link the play, and if he does the right things, that's all we need from him, and we don't need more than that from him. So
that's what I'm saying. It almost feels like
I think having Madueke as an option there is a good thing, because it's going to force him to continue to try to do the right things, because he knows if he doesn't do that, there's competition and someone nipping at his heels to take his position.
Trust me, his position is very safe. With
Arteta.
No, I'm just saying, based on what I've seen from Madueke lately, his position is very, very safe. Madueke gives you a lot of endeavor, a lot of effort, but man, the final pass, oh my god. Like the last
and Dizzle, I'm telling you that we need that endeavor. That is that intensity that I'm talking about.
Yes,
that is that push, that fire in your belly type play. We need that.
Femi, I get that, but what I'm saying is that we still need that end product, because our front line is not firing or hasn't been firing lately. Because I mean, you see in the game now. But we can talk about Merino now. So Merino, I like Merino because he's a clutch player. He gives you goals here and there, right? But he does not do anything for your attack.
Agreed.
Yeah,
if you
doesn't do enough.
Explain.
No, he doesn't. He does, when I say that, he doesn't do enough for your attack. Like, he keeps dropping back into the midfield. That's what he does. He doesn't.
But that's why are you sure that's not direction?
No, that's how he plays. That is how he plays.
I think that is implicitly directed to him to do that.
Yes, but it's
not
because
if you notice too,
it was directed. Yes, but it's not working. It's not.
But it has worked, hasn't he? Scored. He has been involved in assists. What's been his record in the last couple of games that he's played as striker? He scored.
It's not
he's
working.
Assisted.
Casey is not working anymore. Like
one game, Brentford, didn't he? What did he do the previous game prior to that?
He's not working. Let's put it this way. So if I think I've asked you this question, if I have Gyökeres and I have Merino, and you're a defender, and I ask you which one would you prefer not playing against, who would you pick?
Wait, so that of course. I mean,
like who do you fear as a defender? Who do you think is going to give you a game for 90 minutes?
But their playing style is different. As a defender, if you ask him that question as a defender, Merino is not there all the time to give me trouble. So obviously, I will not say Merino. Yeah. But does Merino affect the game? Yeah.
He
affects the game. He has scored goals. I don't think he has given us assists.
All I'm saying is that it's not working.
I think I've said this
and
before.
It could be that. I mean, things that I think right now, if I had to pick a striker, I wouldn't put him to start the next game. I would start.
Let me just give you his stats. He scored 3 goals and 3 assists in his last 10 appearances.
Listen,
we all know the stats.
Listen. I've said no before. Merino gives you just enough to keep a position, but he doesn't give you anything that will advance your team. Just enough. It's hope.
When we're in trouble, he's not going to get you. He's not going to get you over the line.
Gyökeres came in yesterday. What did he do for the team?
He didn't do it. I'm not saying he did anything, but I'm saying
okay.
I'm saying
but based on what we have available to us right now, what do we do?
I disagree with that. Gyökeres gave us runs, channel runs down the flank, and pushed the thing a little bit. He gave us options in attack. Something Merino didn't do.
Merino is not going to stretch the defense.
Look at what happened.
We needed somebody to push them back. He was not doing that.
Look at what happened before
Gyökeres did that, but things I needed Gyökeres to score. There was a cross that was in the box. I can't remember. I think it was Rice who played that thing.
No, that's Timber headed.
Why is this guy not in the box? Rice played a ball across.
No, you're talking about the Sunderland, the Chelsea game.
That was the Chelsea game.
Not even just this last game that we played. There was a chance in the box.
Yeah, West Ham. The Villa game, sorry.
The Villa game, yes.
Okay.
There was nobody there. And I'm like, but you are bought to be the 9, to be in that box.
Merino would have been there, just like he scored that goal against... Didn't he score that? Isn't the same cross I headed that he scored against Chelsea? That was the goal that he scored, right? He was there. Saka crossed the ball. He was there. He headed the ball in.
Merino does not have the pace to be in that situation. It was a breakaway. There's no way Merino would have been in the box. It was a breakaway.
I feel like we'll get supporting evidence to back up
what I'm
our
saying is
claims,
that,
right?
Merino, thank you for all your help. We appreciate you so much.
Merino will
But
give you.
if we're going to if we're going to challenge for this title, right? If Merino is your only fit forward, we're not winning. I'm telling
Yes,
you
we
this
can't.
right now. We are
No, I
not.
agree. I
Kai
agree
is
with
coming
that.
back, right?
Huh?
Kai is coming back soon, right?
Kai is coming back.
The,
They are the
the
same
two of
player.
them,
Jesus on it.
the two of
Honestly,
them
Jesus
they're the
back.
same
are
player.
almost the same.
Yeah, they're the same player to
sometimes.
me.
No, Kai gives us
Kai
a
is
little more
way
than
better.
Merino. Kai gives a
Kai is
little more than
actually
Merino.
Kai is a lot better even when he comes into midfield.
Yes,
Like
I
Merino,
agree.
I don't know what the hell that guy does outside of like Merino is a better striker than a midfielder. You know that, right?
I
Like,
agree.
like
Yeah, he is. He is.
The one
He
thing
is.
Merino gives us that you can't take away is he's in that box and
yes,
he can cause chaos
he
in there when we
crashes
need
the
him to
box.
cross.
He crashes the
Yes.
box a lot.
He
But-
gives us that chaos factor in the box that we need from Gyökeres, that we need to see more from Gyökeres, that we don't see enough of from Gyökeres. That is what Merino gives us, and that's why he's there to score when we need him. But
Gyökeres gives you those channel runs and opens
Exactly.
the space for the defenders.
we need more,
For the,
especially
for the
because
wingers,
especially because at least with the way the team is constituted right now, we are not crossing the ball into the box all
No.
the time. It's just not happening. The wingers we have are not built that way. They don't play that way. I don't even know that they train that way. Everyone is trying to, get the right cutback or whatever, get into the box, and you need Merino to kind of be a part of that, to kind of hold up play, and help us advance
Did you see
the
that
ball
pass?
to get into those
Did
positions.
you see that pass that he was supposed to play to Saka and just overhit that thing? That thing
Right.
annoyed the hell
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a 1v1 at that point.
As a midfielder too, somebody who's good at passing the ball. I mean, but no one is perfect, right?
Yeah, I can't remember who I was
Yeah.
talking to, and he was like, when you think about Merino as a midfielder, just think about Merino as a midfielder. What is he good at? He's not a great passer of the ball as a midfielder. He's not a good carrier of the ball as a midfielder. Like, he can give you those short passes. Those short, cute passes is what he can give you.
He's a dual person. He's a dual monster. That's what they call him. He's a dual. That's why Arteta likes the guy. He's winning duels. He doesn't. The passing is not that great. It's okay. Short range passing is okay.
Short range passes is okay.
But
So he's not giving you passes. He's not carrying the ball. All he's doing is
he's winning duels in the midfield. That's what
it's a nuisance.
Basically, he's tall and he's like he's Kai without the finesse.
So
I mean,
where do we go from here?
So,
in summary,
I'm gonna say this.
What would you say?
If we want to challenge for the title, we need a striker in there. And my sample size data is, look at our season so far. Before Gyökeres got injured, yes, he wasn't scoring, but the team was playing better. We're winning and we're scoring more. There's a reason for that. Merino comes in. Yes, he scores more. I'm guessing he scored more goals than Gyökeres and assisted more, but the team is doing worse.
Oh yeah.
You are absolutely right, Oshoke. I agree with you 1,000%.
Our attack is not.
And this is where this is where my beef with Casey always is, because Casey will be like, he scored. That's all. No, like, your eyes are not lying to you. The way the team is playing matters.
But you just said also that the way we're playing right now is because the base of our defense is not there to progress the ball and to keep us solid in the back.
More than one thing can be true.
Thank
you, but maybe one affects the other.
More than one thing can be true.
And then Casey, in a situation where your defense is no longer carrying you through games, because our defense was carrying us through games earlier in the season, we're shutting people down. Your attack has to be the one now picking up the slack, and it's not happening.
This guy knows ball. See, this is why I say this guy knows ball.
I agree with you 1,000% as well, to quote Femi's words. Why is the attack not moving? It's not all Merino's
we just told
fault.
You. We just told you.
You're saying it's all Merino's fault.
I'm saying Merino does not give us enough in terms of attacking options.
In the attack, it is all Merino's fault, because all I'm hearing is Merino's the problem. So that's all I'm hearing.
You don't have to be reductive about it. It's not that you don't have to be that reductive about it.
No, it affects the way we play, right? So if you remove Merino, you should see an immediate difference.
Yes. If Gyökeres is playing up front, yes, we should see an immediate difference. Yes, I agree.
Gyökeres played up front halftime yesterday for half the game. Was that obvious? Was it a dramatic change in the way we played?
It wasn't half the game.
He came in at halftime now.
Did he come
Yeah,
in
He
at
got
halftime?
something at
he
halftime.
did come in at halftime, yes.
Am I thinking wrong? He came in at halftime. He played the entire half.
Mitigating
Yeah,
circumstances.
but yes, exactly.
No, he did.
We were hold on. I have the answer. Hold on.
Okay. Come. I'm here.
We were at Villa Park, and they were playing us tough. It was a tough game, and we had chances in there to get back in there. What are you talking about?
After we scored,
Exactly. Hold on. When did we score? He came. We scored as soon as he came on, right?
Yeah, it was
because the team was playing better.
He was not involved in that goal.
He almost
a lot of his touches.
He didn't have to be.
Almost told us.
He didn't have to be.
He also almost scored one that Timber took off his head. If you remember.
Yeah, that was the previous game.
No, that's the previous game.
That's
Chelsea.
It wasn't this one. That was Chelsea.
Well, I think that was
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm losing my.
I know it's been long. It's been a while since we've done the podcast.
Since it's been on.
Mixing the games up.
Yeah, but okay. So to be continued in the sense that let's see what happens in the next couple games, right? Gyökeres is back. Noni is back. Trossard is back.
Hopefully Saliba will be back too. Hopefully.
Jesus is back. So on the offensive side of things, right? There are options now.
Yeah.
So let's see if there's a different formula that is adopted.
There's a caveat to that. You have to play people in the right positions. You can't have Eze on the left being a defensive liability and not giving us the right.
Yeah, that first goal.
If Eze is going to play, he has to play. If Eze is going to play, he has to play in the center of midfield.
Again, I think it goes back to trying to figure out the best position for him because he came in as a left-sided player, right, from Crystal Palace. He's played in the central position mostly because Odegaard has been injured.
No,
so I think that Arteta
he played in the 10. He played in the 10 for Crystal Palace a lot of the time.
Yeah, but mostly coming off the left. Not as a left-sided winger. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that. Yeah, so maybe Arteta was trying something else, and hopefully he understands that he has failed, and he doesn't go back to it again, doesn't resurrect it.
I remember Crystal Palace is a counter-attacking team a lot of times.
But remember,
they don't hold that. They're not playing with possession. Exactly.
But remember, we've talked about this before.
Trossard is back too, so I mean, again, based on his last performance, I don't think
he's Trossard back. I think or was he injured?
Back.
I thought he felt
he was
something.
injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played. He came in and played this last 45 minutes. So I'm thinking he starts if he's fit enough to play 45 minutes. Maybe not the Champions League game, but against Wolves, he comes back.
He was subbed out.
No, he was subbed in.
Out.
And subbed
he was subbed out.
Yes, now.
Yeah, he was subbed out again. Yes, now at the end of the game, you don't remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when Martinelli
when they brought on Martinelli finished the game.
Yeah. That's right.
So he has some kind of knock.
That's right.
So I don't even know if he's gonna make it.
Good. Was Jesus on the bench?
No. Jesus played.
Is it that he didn't make the bench?
He played in the under-21 game. No, he played in the under-21s game.
Funny enough, Oxlade-Chamberlain played that match too. He's actually training with Arsenal right now.
No way.
Yeah, he has no club.
Ox. Try. We have progressed though.
Yeah.
My God. From the Yaya Sonogos and Alex Song.
Quick question. Would you take Oxlade?
Hell no.
Hell no. Hell to the no.
Weird.
Take him as a pitch side ball picker. You can pick up the balls.
Anyway, so, we're already overloaded in attack, so we won't even need somebody like that. Anyway.
Yeah, and people are back too.
Yeah.
So let's talk predictions. Wolves.
Wolves has to be like a 3-0.
Yeah, like, 3-0.
I said so.
Yeah.
2-0.
Any what are your
this one Dauman might actually play.
Dauman is not playing anything.
Are we skipping? Are we skipping
Bruges? Yeah,
yes.
Bruges. Yeah.
The Bruges.
So hot take.
Bruges, you can even start under 21. I don't care about that game.
Yeah, I really because we don't need it for anything.
We don't really need it. You're
absolutely right.
So, Femi, you said 3-0. Diesel says 3-0. Oshoka says 2-0. And what are your hot takes for Wolves? You can give me hot take, or you can give me your predictions for Bruges while you're thinking about your hot take.
Bruges 3-1.
Bruges are going to draw
3-1 for Bruges.
Bruges is 3-1. We'll win Bruges 3-1.
Are we playing away or home?
It doesn't matter.
I was just about to say the same
No,
thing. Doesn't matter.
it matters.
No, we're playing it. We're playing away. We're
It
playing away.
Still
matters. We
3-1.
draw that game.
Still 3-1.
Yeah, still 3-1. We should be able to take Bruges. I don't think that's.
We draw that game if depending on
Who's playing in the
teams
defense?
it brings.
Saliba should
right
do
now,
that.
there's only one. It has to be. It has to be Timber and
Ali.
I think
That's
Saliba will be
crazy,
back,
man.
but they're not going to play Saliba.
You
this
can't-
match.
yeah.
The one thing that I will say though in this run of games that we've had with Timber going back to central defense is that Ben White still got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
still
does.
got-
Yeah,
He still
does.
got it, man.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that makes
For
me
a minute we're worried.
that makes me that makes me real happy for him. He still
Yeah, for a
got it.
minute we're worried. Yep, I agree. He still got it. I actually thought that they were going to play him in the center.
I was
in
about to say
central
that
D and
would it
play
be
Timber,
better
yeah.
would it be better to play Ben White there? But the thing is, Timber has
The
played
height.
more at centre back more recently than
Yeah.
because he
for
played
country,
for Netherlands. That he's the centre
Netherlands, yeah.
He's played more
Who
of
plays
this
right
side
back
now.
for who plays right back for Netherlands?
Van Dijk now. Oh, you mean right back?
No,
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I don't even know.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. So hot
It,
takes,
it could
guys.
be Hato, Jiro Hato.
Oh right.
Yeah,
The Ajax guy.
yeah.
No, he's not Ajax anymore, right? He moved from Ajax.
Did he move? I don't know. I know we were linked to him at some
Oh,
point.
right back. Right back is Frimpong and Dumfries.
And Dumfries.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. That. Well, I thought. Oh yes, so Dumfries is the right back. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And so
Hot take.
Yeah. Hot takes.
Dama does not come into this team until we get ourselves back together. He doesn't even sit on the bench until we get ourselves back together.
I'll take.
No, for the game. Hot take for the game.
Eze scores 2
For which one? Bruges or
for Wolves to remind us that he can still play 10.
But he's not going to play 10.
And
We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see.
mine is whether it's running for both Bruges and Wolves is Saka is going to score a worldie in one of those two games.
Define wordy.
You will know when you see it. You'll know when you see it.
All right.
bicycle kick?
No,
You
he's
heard it
not
from
scared
here.
of bicycle kick.
No, he's not scoring a bicycle kick.
Yeah, where
said
we
it.
even see?
That's my hot take.
Okay.
All right, hot take and predictions. Bruges for Diesel. Bruges for Diesel.
I think the Paris scored them both.
I was saying a draw, but to me
That's your hot take, or that's your
that's my prediction, a draw for us.
Okay.
That because it's an inconsequential match. I just feel like we should just throw kids at it and call it a day. Get some academy defenders to play that match if we can.
There was a skinny kid on the bench.
Hold on, I have a question for you, Dizzle. If it was Inter before Bruges, do you think it's still inconsequential? Is it still an inconsequential game?
No, you'd have to go stronger or some.
So why is Bruges inconsequential? Then I don't understand. Explain that to me.
Let's put it this way. Well, actually, I take that back. It actually would not matter because you could lose to Inter and then would beat the hell out of Bruges and we'll still qualify in top 8. So yeah, actually, it's just for me. It's more about the positioning of the game. Sorry, that has nothing to do with the opposition. It's more about the positioning of the game because right now I don't think we should care about how we are perceived in Europe because for the most part we are spot on. We are going to qualify in the top 8.
Yeah, but you just made my point for me. That's why the Bruges game is actually more important because we can drop the Inter game on purpose because that's going to be a tough game regardless, right? And if we know the Inter game is going to be tough and we can actually get the 3 points out of Bruges, then why don't we focus our efforts on that 3 points? And then whatever happens on the Inter game, we don't care about that.
Femi,
isn't that more important?
No, but Femi, what I'm going with is more of like prioritize EPL over whatever game is happening. Even if we bring a weakened team at Bruges, we should be able to get a good result. That's what I mean.
No.
We should be able to get a good result.
Mickey Mouse Cup quarterfinal is on the 23rd.
So we have a lot of matches packed. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so if
I
we
think we
play
need to
Bruges,
sabotage. I honestly think we need to sabotage Mickey Mouse Cup at this point. Like, I don't think we can. Well, it's only
realistically,
it's a few
it's
games
a
left.
trophy.
Yeah.
So it's the closest you can get to a trophy before February. So I think you should actually be serious about it.
Yeah.
About the Mickey Mouse
Winning
Cup.
begets more winning. So maybe that would ginger the guys too. You know, it just occurred to me that.
But that is the
during
reason why our schedule is as tough as it is, though. Having to compete on all these different fronts, and then we're about to add FA Cup to it in January too.
You know, every time that we've talked about, oh, it's okay to just miss one cup because let us focus on the league. Every time we have said that,
we
it
have
hasn't
lost
worked.
the league, so might as well just win something.
So maybe let's just put all the eggs out there and see which one hatches. From my opinion.
Yep.
So you guys, right, Osoke and Casey, would you prioritize? Would you go strong against Bruges?
I was strong-ish.
I mean, what is strongish for you?
A mix of our team.
Are you going to play your first choice? Are you going to play Timber and Nkapie as your defenders right now? Seeing as they're the only fit ones, would you do that?
Yes, there's nobody else.
We have a choice because I'm just looking at the lineup.
Who are you going to play? Wait, I don't understand. Who are you going to play if you don't play those guys?
On the bench, we had two defenders at Aston Villa. Let me tell you, we had Lewis Kelly and we had Marley Salmon. Those are the two defenders we had on the bench. Is
Salmon a central defender?
I didn't even know him. I just see him as a defender.
I think he's a central defender. So I would play him.
No one else.
I would play Salmon.
The truth is, we actually have options when you think about it. Calafiori can play LCB, and let Kelly play left back.
He's suspended for.
Calafiori is suspended for the match, so he will definitely play.
Yeah, he's going to play this game.
He'll play central back at He'll probably play. Maybe they'll play Nkapie and Kala.
So who you put in the central defense? Because you can't.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can. He's done it before. He played Kivio and he used to play Kivio and Gabriel.
So we're gonna have three left footers between starting and
the defense. This one is just because it's Bruges. It's because it's Bruges.
No, it's not even just because
you have to you have to save. If
we don't play him, we'll play Salmon.
No, you have to rest Timber. Timber needs a rest. When he was supposed to rest the last time, Mosquera got injured. So he's due for a rest. He cannot play that game. Or if he's playing, he's going to play like maybe 20 minutes.
I think you don't know Ateta. Timber is definitely playing that game.
I was just about to say
that. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything we're talking about here is our
most of the time
winning 11. We are playing with winning 11 cents. Ateta is playing on a different plane than we are on. Timber is playing that game. Timber is playing that game. I can guarantee.
So Timber plays that one.
So then let me change my hot take. Then Timber is playing that game.
Femi, he's not going to play.
Okay,
he's not going to play. Reason I say that is Arteta is going to prioritize that Wolves game.
I think he will.
He might take him out.
My question is, who does he play in defense? I think Timber would be rested. I agree on that, but it means he's going to sit on the bench with that Marley Salmon kid. That's all we have.
Might take him out early, but he's playing.
And we'll hope that Saliba comes back. This is crazy how we thought that we had way too many defenders, and now we cannot even pick a team with a bench of defenders. But here we are, though. The attackers are coming back. We can't end the podcast on a gloomy note. So let's hope for a brighter future ahead, at least with the attacking force that we have that's back. So maybe we can celebrate the next time we're on this podcast next week.
Did you get my hot take?
Yes.
Did you get my hot take?
Yeah. Oh, what's your hot take?
I said
I have Gyökeres scores in both of them.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, both Wolves and Bruges.
He better score. So
we hope so.
So that we can put this Merino argument to bed.
Hey man,
Don't
no
worry, guys.
worries.
We'll get this train back on track. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Next
Yep.
you'll be seeing smiles next week when we do the podcast.
You know, it's a testament to how good we've been doing that we've only had 2 losses the whole season. I mean, it's crazy though. So we have not
Yeah.
cried. We've not cried.
It's a point. It's a point.
The last time
It's
we
a very
lost was
valid
the last
point.
time we lost was August. Dude, this is December.
I almost cried yesterday, oh guy. I don't know what you're
know.
talking
I
about.
was
No,
mad,
what? That's
man.
what.
Especially with the way it ended.
Yes,
Yeah.
last minute goals are the worst.
It's a gut punch. Yeah.
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 But
Yeah. But
we've
there's
been
something to what you said.
Yeah. So let's just stay positive, and I think once first of all, Saliba is going to come back by
It,
next
it should
weekend.
be back by
Fingers
by Bruges
crossed.
actually.
He should be back by next weekend. Yeah, but I doubt it's probably going to come too soon for him to play midweek. But we'll
It
see.
might come in
We'll
second
see.
half or something.
Well,
Yeah, because I'm
we'll see.
sure. Yeah, if he's back, if he's going to play on Saturday, he should play like maybe 20 minutes or 15 minutes of the Bruges game at least. Get him up to match sharpness.
I have a non-Arsenal thing that I just saw. So because Rhys James is now back and playing healthy longer than he has probably played in the last 5 years or so, has Delap kind of taken his position as constantly injured?
Well, Delap is injured now.
Oh, Delap is
Yeah,
injured.
he got injured in the game yesterday against Brentford.
Wow.
Oh shoot. Anyway, I don't really care.
Something
Again.
dislocated, right? They said something
shoulder
dislocated.
I don't really care about
elbow or something.
Chelsea.
Yeah, dislocated shoulder. Yeah.
I don't care about Chelsea.
mean-
May they continue to have bad luck.
That was a good good thing if our guest showed up, who was supposed to show up today.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been able to laugh at him in his face.
I
But
thought
I
somebody.
think
all right, we'll save that for the next game.
Embarrassment is catching him now. That's why.
I told somebody yesterday.
That's why he keeps
I
missing.
said slot must stay. Whatever happens, slot must stay. I'm rooting for the guy.
All of them. Amorim,
Slot is not going anywhere
They
until
can't-
the end
they-
of the season.
Until the end of the
I've-
season.
We've
Yeah.
said this before. It's not going anywhere. Liverpool is not going to change coach mid-season, especially somebody who won the league last season. Nah,
Guys,
It's not happening.
I think that Arteta has changed. The whole Arteta project has made owners rethink this whole hiring and firing, at least some of them. Because
not when your
I
team
think
is in
so.
relegation.
Arteta does not.
Again,
Arteta does not
some
have the Arsenal
owners.
job. Casey, Arteta does not have the Arsenal job today if he didn't win that FA Cup.
Yes, but he also had a very bad spell. He had some. Remember, we almost.
And he bought a lot of goodwill by winning that FA Cup.
I don't think.
Yes,
so.
he did.
I don't.
Yes, he did.
I don't think
But-
that's why he's still there. I think it's more about the culture.
goodwill and the goodwill he bought from that FA Cup is what bought him time to settle with this team a little bit.
I don't think that's really what it. I
You
think
realize that
they
Arteta
already
hasn't
sold
lost
on his
much.
project.
I think that hasn't lost much.
He has a better win ratio than Wenger based on the time he has spent.
Yeah. Yes.
He hasn't actually lost
So-
that
I
many
think
games.
in
I think it's more of a cultural change, and the way he brought a lot more engagement. The fan base more engaged, and they believe in the team more. Players believe in him. So I think he definitely did something that the owners are very happy with. I mean, right now it's hard to get Arsenal tickets. People are coming to watch the games, so it's definitely helping their pockets.
it's hard to get box tickets.
Mm. Let's not even go
Those who
there.
don't know.
Let's not even go there. Our London London adventures.
At least you still watch the game, though. It would have been a very dramatic end to your trip. But anyway,
man.
I think we end the podcast there. We're quite into our time, but thank you guys so much for ever so being kind to listen to our podcast. For those who have made it to the end, we thank you for always supporting us. As always, this is Gunpowder Banter. You find us on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple iTunes. Please click to subscribe, hit the bell, so when you get when we do produce a podcast, when we do produce a weekly podcast, you will get the bell. so you can listen to it. We thank you so much for your support. As always, we are very happy that you join us every week to listen to us. So with that being said, thank you to our co-host, Namdi.
Thanks, guys. Nice having you guys back after 3 weeks now. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, guy. Chill.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2
All
weeks,
right,
3
all
days.
right. We'll try to stay a lot more consistent. You know, it's hard. It's hard when you got family obligations, and this is not a full-time job. It's not even part-time, Jeff.
Be careful when you make commitments on on video that can be played back for you years later.
No, well, I'm always there. You're the ones who don't show up.
I think those who know.
Exactly.
Femi?
Yeah. In spite of everything we've said here today, we still have a 3-point lead at the top of the table and the best defensive record.
2 points.
2-point lead.
Yeah.
At the top of the table and the best defensive record in the league.
That's right.
So we move.
So we move. Oshoke?
Yes. Like Femi said, we move. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you guys, and have a good night. Take care.